Aloha and welcome to our video on nucleic acids. The goals for the video are to recognize that nucleic acids are the informational macromolecules, and also we want you to recognize that the monomers of nucleic acids are what we call nucleotides. Okay, so let's start by talking about nucleic acids. As we mentioned in the goals, nucleic acids serve as the information storage molecules, and there are two of them that we want to be familiar with. The first and foremost that we all know about is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is our blueprints. It's how we make ourselves. They're the plans to make you. There's also another nucleic acid called RNA, and that's ribonucleic acid. And RNA is what is used to make proteins, and remember, you're made of proteins. So DNA is like the plans, RNA are like the working plans that we use. Now, our nucleic acids are again going to be a polymer, so it's a macromolecule. So you're going to see all these little components strung together. Remember, these are the monomers of a polymer, and in our case, it's this guy right here. It's a nucleotide. And our nucleotides are going to be a phosphate group and a sugar, and these are what's going to make up the backbone. I'll show you that in a second. And then we have our nitrogenous bases, and this is what actually stores the information and allows it to be passed on from generation to generation. So let's take a look at the structure of our nucleic acids in the next slide. Okay, so let's talk real quickly about building DNA, and we'll get into a little more detail a little bit later on in the course. But for now, I want you to notice that we have this sugar-phosphate backbone. And what that means is that the sugar and a phosphate from one nucleotide is the phosphate's going to bond to the sugar of the next one. So this is where we're joining it together. We'll join another one here and join another one here, and we'll do another one, and that makes us a long strand of DNA. Now, what's really neat about the DNA is that that single strand doesn't like to be that way. It likes to be two strands. So that means that this nitrogenous base pair that we see here, which stores the information, is going to bond with another one here by hydrogen bonding, so it'll stick together, and we end up not with one strand, but two strands of the DNA there. And then in the cells, it'll actually coil around and form this double helix that we see over here. We'll learn more about the reason we know that and how all that works a little bit later on in the course. All right, so we mentioned that there are two kinds of nucleic acids that store information. We have DNA here and we have RNA here. Our DNA, like we showed you, is double-stranded, while our RNA here is going to be a single-stranded molecule. The bases in a DNA are going to be adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. And in an RNA, we see the adenine again, the cytosine, and the guanine, but there is a difference. It has to have this uracil instead of the thymine. So that's one other difference between DNA and RNA. And then finally, the base sugar is different. In DNA, that D stands for deoxyribose, and in RNA, that R stands for ribosomal or RNA. Okay? So those are the differences between DNA and RNA, and we'll be learning more about those in the lessons. As always, good luck on the lessons, and we'll see you in the next video.